Whether or not a car is beautiful is very subjective thing. You may like it, your friend may hate it. But then there are some cars that perhaps aren't deemed good looking by anyone. Wonder how did the designers of these cars take a step back and be content thinking that they have done a good job. Here is a list of 6 ugliest cars ever made in the Indian car market. Number 1, Hindustan Motors Veer. Hindustan Motors tried and tested a lot with Ambassador, one of which was a pickup truck launched initially in West Bengal and later across the nation. You can't help but imagine that an Ambassador was cut against its will and forced to mutate into a pickup. Number 2, Premier 118NE. The 118NE was a successor of Padmini for Premier in India, and while some won't agree with this one being ugly, it wasn't exactly a swan. It had a sharper design compared to its predecessor with a dark black square grille, black front and rear bumpers, and round headlamps replaced by rectangular ones. Although it may be nostalgic for some whose fathers had this for their first car. Number 3, Maruti Zen. India was just entering the era of modern looking cars, giving up straight lines to more curvy design lines. Maruti perhaps thought it would be nice to ride both the boats together, redesigning the Zen in a retro modern classic. However, the end product is perhaps one of the worst automobile nightmares. Number 4, Mahindra Quanto. Compact SUVs were catching on when the Quanto was thought of, but Mahindra couldn't really bank on the trend very well. The Quanto looked like a Xylo downsized to fit the sub 4 meter and avoid the tax benefits. The design was such that it looked like it ended abruptly, giving it an appeal like it was chopped from back. Mahindra Quanto is not sold in the market anymore. Number 5, Hindustan Trekker. The Trekker was based on the Ambassador, and the objective behind it pretty much seems to be a people carrier, without considering what it looks like or drives like. Straight lines, 4-door body and optional 4-door body, or open roof type 2-door body. The Trekker also had a sibling named Pushpak. Number 6, Sipani Dolphin. On sale in India back in 1982 to 1990, Sipani is a small car manufacturer based in Karnataka. They built cars like Badal, which later evolved into the Dolphin, an 848cc 4-cylinder engine with a 4-speed manual transmission and rear-wheel drive. Sipani sounds like it may have been fun to drive back then. But in 1983, Maruti came up with the 800 and the Dolphin had to be replaced with a 4-door Montana.